All right, everybody. Let's try that all over again. That shit was funny the second I decided to go live. Actually, the minute this fucking thing decided, the internet decided to reset itself. Now, whether it was scheduled or not, it's funny. Just the timing of it all was rather coincidental. Yep. What's up, everybody? I'm out here chilling. About to fucking, yes, look at my shirt. I know why you guys are thinking, why does it look like he's got tits on his shirt? I got tits, but they're not mine. There's some woman from the perspective of her face is rolling. It's the same shit I'm doing. I'm rolling right now. Not very, what would be considered quality at all, but most certainly satisfying to me. That's all that matters. I like the shit I smoke. I'm not trying to smoke no, I'm not worried about the name of the shit or whatever. This is what it is. It's basic shake. Basic shake. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say shake, it's on you. I'm not here to explain the cursory words of the industry. This is that time of season for those that know. Croptober, as they are referring to it. It's that time of the season, bro. It's the time of the season. Bum, bum, bum. If you don't know that song, you're definitely young. It's the Zombies from the, 60s or whatever. It's a pretty good song. Actually, you know what? That could actually be a good idea. No. We'll grind it up. Why not? Yeah, fuck it. We'll roll a blunt. Just to show you guys that I know what I'm doing. I'm roll a blunt. Maybe not the best idea. Surely not the worst. I can live with it if I waste, or consume this much. Because it'll go to the face. I like to smoke my blunts to the face. Preferably with my my mouthpiece. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll do you one better. I'll do a raw. Still, particulate. And it's a little bit shorter, so it won't require as much effort and energy. And more importantly, the amount of cannabis is significantly reduced in my humble opinion. The ratio of satisfaction to required material, a little more cost effective, if nothing more. It's a matter of preference, of course. You like blunts, you like blunts. You like joints, you like joints. You like options, you like options. I like having options. To me, life isn't about, one strain of whatever, let alone one method of consumption. Shit, I got more shit on my fucking, my bed here than a lot of people have in their fucking lives. And that's not to brag or anything. That's just a reference of fact. Like, I've been smoking 20 years and I've earned the right and the, I guess, the privilege, if you will, to consume this type of cannabis and this amount of cannabis the way that I choose. See, I'm in the industry as far as sharing and assisting those who need to obtain it or desire it for medicinal purposes. I like to share with those people that, need it. Yeah, I might, we might make some set of arrangements that'll benefit everyone, but I am not in the business of taking advantage of anyone at all. I don't do that. I like sharing weed a lot more than I like selling it. Though I'm not opposed to either, given the circumstances. Somebody wants to sell it, or buy it, I'll sell it, but there's usually it's relative, of course, commensurate with the necessary shop. You gotta love it, guys. You gotta love it. I'll show you. That shit's funny. Got the fucking tip right there. It's the mouthpiece. You guys really need to get those mouthpieces, bro. I'm telling you. If you're like me, if you like quality smoke, like the flavor shit, you like, doing real cool shit, you'll get these. It'll make sense to you once you get them. Like, when they advise you to buy a dental dam, same shit, bro. get yourself a dental dam in the flavor that you desire. I prefer bubblegum because I'm an 80s kid, you know. That's me. Plus, it's also pink. So it kind of, blends in. So my favorite thing about bubblegum flavor is that it's pink. Yep. Not everybody is meant to understand my humor. In fact, if you're under 18, please do not comment. I do not speak to children at all. Not interested. We got nothing to talk about. Not fun. It's not fun. All right, here we go, friends. Here we go. Got my jam. I mean, my jam is my weed here, but I also got my bread with jam and peanut butter. I'm one of these people. Look, I'm one of those. I like to, get bread, toast it, and then add peanut butter and jelly. The occasional banana, but I prefer eating the bananas like a fucking monkey that I am. Yep. Here we go. Look, here we go. Look. There it is. There it is, friends. Shitty ass clipper. Well, it is kind of defective. That's how I love it. You know what? Let's do it the old school way. You gotta love it, bro. You gotta. It's fucking exciting. I dig it. Why not? Why not? It's very cool, I'm one of the few people that actually gets to this is my my hobby and also my medicine. So I get paid to smoke weed. I mean, what else do you call it when you're on disability, collecting, federal funds? And all you got to do is just consume cannabis and avoid confrontations, physical at least. People enjoy verbal confrontations all the time. They'll try to talk shit to you. If they feel they can get away with it, they'll make a disdainful and equally rude comment. People are very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. But I love it. I love it, bro. I enjoy it. I'm the kind of person that, you come at me, I enjoy it. I laugh. Everybody's got the reason that they have in their mind for why they, want to hate on me or whatever whatever they want to call it. And I'm not opposed to hearing it. I'm not. I'll gladly take it. You want to give me some level of importance in your life that I will not reciprocate that. In fact, my ability is in being able to properly demonstrate to those how much I don't care about them. That's what pisses them off. The more you make someone feel inadequate or even irrelevant, the more you're winning the proverbial battle. Yep. It's hilarious. Shit's funny, man. You gotta love it. If you're not laughing on the daily, then you're not living life properly, in my opinion. I don't care if it's good, bad, or otherwise. Just fucking laugh. Please, laugh. Embrace the good or the bad or whatever you want to be. Look at that. Bitch is rolling. She's rolling. That's exactly what I was doing, only with shorter papers. She has a king size. Yeah, let me see. And she's actually rolling the king size with the available filters, which cost more. And that's the best part, though. You get everything you need in one convenient package. Except when you got a shitload of fucking filters like me, where, fuck, man, I don't use filters enough. I don't. I gotta give them away, and I will. It's probably what I'll end up doing, knowing my history and active tradition of sharing. I do enjoy sharing. No, those aren't my tits, motherfuckers. It's the shirt. I love it, though. Shit's hilarious. Look at that. Shit's funny, bro. How do you not laugh at that? I think it's great. And that's not the only one that was available, too. I got the best plugs as far as where I do my shopping isn't done at the regular. Like I don't shop at Macy's or what the fuck do people shop anyway now? I think it's all online, right? Amazon ain't got the shit I want. You can get this shit off of Amazon? Yeah, right. Not even eBay, bro. This is Bay Area exclusive. Whoever the fuck made it had to be local. If they weren't, they knew where to come to sell it. Trust me. They sold it here for a reason. Motherfuckers like me. Innovators and pioneers. You got to live on the edge to be at the forefront, regardless of what it is. I'm telling you, man, there's some strange shit going on. People have no idea the kind of fuckery that is active and ongoing. And not only that, prevalent. People get away with a lot on the daily. And you guys are the ones that just idle. Just idle. Both idle in action in terms of inaction and in the sense that you idolize IDOL and IDLE. You know, what are those synonyms or whatever? I don't know, man. I don't really care to explain it. You get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. Everyone understands what they want, what they choose. I'm not in that business of, feelings at all. Feelings aren't my forte. I'm great at causing them, but I don't own up to them because they're not mine. My feelings are mine. Yours are yours. That's all I ask. Don't blame me for shit you feel about what I say, do, or whatever. Those two things have nothing to do with each other. Don't blame me, bro. You want to be a little bitch? You be a little bitch. But don't blame me for that shit. I made you feel some kind of way. That's on you, bro, not me. I refuse to. Don't put that evil on me, bro. Don't put that evil on me. Shit's hilarious, bro. Look at this. I can't. Look at this. The titties look like it's fucking hilarious, bro. I can't stop laughing. This shit is too fucking funny. It looks like I got titties. I love it. But it's really a young lady. Dude. Yeah, and to me, at least, it's funny for the fact that, some of the porn out there is fucking crazy. Not that it's good or bad, just that it's crazy. Like, you'd be surprised what, And again, no judgment, at least not in the negative sense. I'm not trying to judge anybody's personal desires. Oh, I know I've got my own taste that, would make any person, man, woman, or otherwise. People ask me shit all the time about, and I tell them I'm not afraid. I love the kinky shit, weird, crazy, all that shit. I'm not going to limit myself if, watching, yeah, well, you would like to know, wouldn't you? You would. Yeah, I'll tell you those, what is it? That one. The taboo of the taboo. The most taboo of taboo. It's like if Bruce Jenner was actually screwing a sexy female. That's the kind of shit you gotta really analyze. Because was it Bruce or Caitlyn, whatever he's calling himself now? He's still got his Magnum or whatever he was packing. Like, he didn't cut off the gun. He didn't, turn in his gun or his badge. Well, his gun in this case. His badge, who knows? I'm not sure what, how we could relate that. But he most certainly, like, that is now a private, and I do mean private firearm. Like, for his use only, private use only. So Bruce Jenner is screwing, his wife? Same shit. That's sexy, bro. That shit's hot. Something about, man like that. Shit's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. But that's why, you gotta try just to view the perspective before you try to make a decision on if you do or don't like it, because you'd be surprised. You know, I mean, a lot of men don't understand their penis has got a mind of its own. That's the problem. They don't realize their penis thinks for itself. Any man who, you know, respects himself knows that. It's the people, or the men rather, that think that they control their penis are the ones that got the issues. Usually about the penis and how to use it properly. In their opinion, I mean, they don't, you know, they can't really understand that, you know, what they do or don't like is perfectly fine. It's their choice. And they always got to attack somebody else for what said person, the first person, you know, the person we're talking about, whatever they think is the reality of someone else, regardless of who you in. And it makes me laugh. There it is again. It's fucking, why is it unstable? That shit's hilarious. And we're back. Apparently the shit cut out or something. I don't know, man. I don't give a fuck either way. If you aren't watching this, I don't know. Shit's good, bro. It says Coca-Cola. And it's real Coca-Cola, too. I don't think you understand, bro. Let me break it down for you why this shit fucking cracks me up. In my native country of El Salvador, the fact I got the Coca-Cola cup with the ice cubes, that alone is pimp. But I got the soda, you know, like in the can. Bro, motherfuckers don't have that trio back home. That is not something that is normal. According to them, I'm living the fucking life. And they think it's all, you know, well, I don't know what they think. I don't want to think about it. Let's change the subject. Why the fuck did I even bring up these assholes? They love to hate on me. I know it looks like I got titties. I love it. I love how it looks. Yeah, there it is. She's rolling some weed. Bitch is rolling some weed. I need a bitch like that so I can look at that right here. Well, not right now, but, you know, in the near to distant or whatever the fuck it happens. I'm not putting no timetable. Fuck. That shit does hit different though. When you smoke a joint, and it doesn't have to be. See, that's the thing. You guys think that it's all about the nugs. The nugs have nothing to do with it. The nugs have. I know what you want to think. Oh, you know, what do they say? The THC and blah, look, blah, blah, blah. We get it. But the reality is that the shake, at least the shit that I smoke, I get such a great deal on it. Honestly, I get such a great deal on it. That regardless of the quality that someone else might consider on a joint by joint basis, it doesn't matter to me because I'm not worried about smoking one by one. In fact, I don't count them. Like I'm not worried about smoking one or two. Like I smoke them freely. Like I buy enough. I get a great deal on it here locally that I can just smoke it like it's a fucking pack of cigarettes or, you know, regular smoking tradition. Like I don't need a reason to smoke or to wait. I just smoke. And the best part is that I have my own mental fortitude, at least to speak, in regards to moderation and being able to properly administer my own smoke sessions comfortably enough that I can, you know, refrain actively. Just be like, well, I don't smoke for a while until I feel like, you know what? Now I want to smoke. I waited long enough. Now I'll smoke. So it's equal parts mental and physical, but also the appreciation for the ability to have this luxury. Most people don't even get to smoke one joint a month or even a year, let alone, you know, a day, or the way I do. And I keep enough on me at all times, whether I'm at home or outside. If I want to smoke, I'm going to smoke. I don't need to be somewhere that's, you know, legal or otherwise. I don't need a reason. I'm just, look, if I step outside, chances are I'm probably going to light up at some point. That's just 99%, you know. 99% of the time when I'm at home or wherever the fuck I'm at, you know, it's just a matter of time. And it's not because of anything to do with addiction or anything negative, but more as an act of defiance, an act of active defiance, an ACT of ACTIVE defiance, an act of active defiance. Like, I actually purposely fuck with the system. I'll see cops and smoke in front of them. I'll be driving. I'm not worried about it. Like, I know how to get away with it, is what I'm telling you. Like, I'm not blowing smoke in their face. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not being a moron. I mean, I've literally, I've had smoke in my car while cops were behind me, next to me, around me, all over. I've had that. I mean, in my line of work, both legal and otherwise, on and off the books, federal, local, whatever, private. Anytime I make money, there are always, secondary, tertiary. There are always arrangements that I make secure, and ultimately, I create. I'm not gonna, there's no need to name or describe anything beyond what is, known. And if you don't know, that's the best part. But the point is this: I'm not worried about what potential consequences of criminal behavior are possible, because I'm not a criminal. I've never once. I mean, to be accurate, I have acted criminally, but I was never, charged at all with any criminal activity. Therefore, I'm not a convict. I've never been even charged with anything. I mean, a DUI isn't criminal. I mean, not literally. It is now, but in that point in history, whatever it was, 06, whatever. Yeah, when that happened, it wasn't an issue for me. I took care of it, and it took me a long time to take care of it, but I took care of it. And it plays a big reason into why I'm still where I'm at and what I went through, in many regards, both active and passive. There were a lot of decisions that fell based on that consequence, because I beat the case. I was charged with the DUI, but I didn't get convicted. In fact, it was supposed to get thrown out. If we're being honest, if we're being specific, the judge was going to throw it out. I mean, the DA wanted to agree to throw it out, but the judge, female, mind you, female, said, and I quote, he's 22 years old. We need to make something stick. We need to make an example out of him. Like, that was a known bias known as ageism. Of course, nobody cares about ageism. Nobody cares if they're being condescending to a legal adult who is, just barely legal. 22 is not very legal in the traditional American sense of the word. I mean, you can't even rent a car on your own at 22. So she had definitely a bone to pick with me, specifically for different reasons, all of which felt, disgusting. I mean, how can I sit there and actually feel like justice was served in my favor at all when she went out of her way to make, again, an example out of me? The judge refused to accept the arrangement made by my counsel on my behalf with the local authorities. I mean, let's be fair. I blew the legal limit minimum, 0.08. That's what I blew officially. Like, if you can't let that one go, there's something wrong with you up here. And that's just one of the times where, I beat the system, but they still managed to, add that asterisk. And I love it. I fucking love it. Because these idiots, unmitigated idiots, love to talk shit about me as if I haven't done these things. These are all public record. You have access to this shit. Go find it. Go post it. Do me that favor. I'm not trying to hide from nobody. I got nothing to hide. There is no consequence to my life where I end up losing. There's nothing going to happen to me. There's nothing. The worst has already come, has already gone. I've survived it, and I'm getting paid off of it. Like, there is no universe where I suffer. Here going forward, I'm not suffering. In what way? Because some bitch ain't here right now? That's the least of my problems, bro. The least. I'm pretty sure, no joke, I'm pretty sure that if I chose to, within 24 to 72 hours, pretty sure I could meet someone. A real girl, a real woman, you know? But that's not how, I'm not worried about that. Nah, man. I'm a retired dick slinger. I used to sling dick plenty of times. Clients used to fly to me. I used to fly to them. People I used to have, a lot of gushing. Gush. That macaroni and cheese has been stirred in plenty of places, plenty of countries, plenty of cities, plenty of states, plenty of area and zip codes, both local, domestic, and international. People act like I haven't been, I'll never forget 2008. I'll never forget, man. Summer, what is it? No, not the summer solstice. That was a different celebration that year, but we did celebrate it. The 29th of February, that fucking day, leap year, as they call it. I met two women from Toronto. Yes, Canada. And these women were, there for spring training. Because we were in Florida. I was there, as an ambassador. And so, long story short, we met. We became friends. And eventually I found out that, because there was two. There was one who was, I guess, white, Canadian or whatever. The other one was Chinese, specifically from Hong Kong. So Hong Kong, Canadian, and she ended up, because this is one of those traditional, I don't, she's trying to play poker or whatever. And I remember the first time she actually, she was she was the second, third, one or the other. Either second or third, but she's on the list as far as, kisses that stole my fucking breath. And that was a good thing. That's one of the best compliments. I have less than, I can't even name five. I can't. Five times in my life where my breath was taken away. Yeah, right. I can barely name three. Barely, if I remember properly. And even then, I'm not trying to. So what the fuck are we talking about? Oh my God. Yet how many times have I heard, oh my God, like shit, it's like whatever. I don't care. I think the less impressed was, if you like me, great. I'll make you happy. Wonderful. But you expect me to what? Care about you the same? Nah. You know what? I'm not willing to play that game. That is not a negotiable arrangement. I will care for you as I choose on the daily. Like I've always told my female girlfriends, the ones that I end up in a relationship with, because I've had girlfriends where it was, kind of like a temporary thing, but the long-term ones, the ones where it's been, serious and all that, like serious, those women have all been told, like, if you're not I've told them all, like, if you're not willing to, make me fall in love with you daily, then I don't want you, girl. I need you to try every day, not just up until you decide. If you're not in it for forever, don't fucking talk to me. I'm sorry. I'm not here to hear about your last boyfriend or what your insecurities are or the list of animals you don't eat. I'm not here for none of that. I need a woman that can survive any fucking situation. And I do mean fucking situation. Any fucking situation. If she got to take it in the ass, she got to take it in the ass. She got to take it in the mouth. Like, whatever she got to do, she got to know how to do it and be great at it. I don't want to hear excuses. I need a Charlie's Angels bitch, and I do mean 3. I mean, I am the motherfucker that, the Stepford Wives. No, not the Witches of Eastwick. That one. The Witches of Eastwick. I am fucking Jack Nicholson. I am. That's been established clearly to me. To me. Fuck y'all. I'm not talking about y'all. In fact, I don't really care. You guys can talk to yourselves, but I'm talking to myself right now. So remember that. Point is this: people like to talk shit. They do. Oh, I love it. I love to talk shit. You talk shit, I talk shit. Let's all talk shit. But let's all equally accept the consequences that come inherently with what? Talking shit. You talk shit, someone's going to say something that you're not going to like. Know that going in. Let me just start with that. Know going in that someone's going to eventually say something that's going to get you wanting to swing. Know that. Embrace it. Know where the fuck did I put the papers? I love this shit. And I act like I'm not stoned. I love it, though. They're right here. I know they're right here. But, of course, it's the depth perception and your idea to focus. I love doing high shit when I'm high. Because that's why I'm high, right? If you don't actively lose, I mean, yes, it happens, but you do remember them. I did find them, didn't I? I mean, it's not like I'm fucking retarded. Y'all are the ones that act like I'm fucking whatever, bro. I'll play the fool, bro. I will gladly. You want me to go full retard? I'll go full retard, bro. I'll go full retard. I'm not trying to win the fucking Oscar or the Grammy or the Tony or none of that. I'm just trying to fuck with y'all actively. Trying to fuck with the system. Trying to make everybody fucking scared, paranoid, feel threatened all at once. I've done it before. I'll do it again. I've threatened the locality, municipality, the city and county, as it's known. They know me. Oh, they know me. Just me. They know me here, bro. Maybe you don't, but they do. You don't know who they are, right? That's the point. Let's leave it at that. If you ain't on the list of the board of supervisors or the so-and-sos of the board, chairman or whatever they call them, they got their own fucking, system. There's always a council member or a committee. There's always something. There's a liaison. I love them. Those are my favorite people. The ones that allege that they don't exist at all. Much like myself. I mean, on a minor technicality, which wouldn't normally be noticed. On a minor technicality, my existence here is not even real. And that's a fact. That's a known fact. You can't legally tie me to my known aliases back home. Who I am, where I come from, is not accurately confirmed. I mean, what people do or don't know about me, whether it's real or perceived, has no bearing on the situation at all. That's the funniest part. The reality is I'm looking at what one could call very well, one of the most, precarious and equally precocious existences known in the history of local folklore. People really fucking hate me. I don't know why. I don't get it. I love it. I think the more you dislike me, the better. This proves your commitment. This proves your commitment, bro. Like, I'm not gonna hate on you. The more you demand it, the less I care. I love you. I love you, though. I love you for your effort. I love your commitment to your, opinions, your roles, your desire to attempt to, what is it? Character assassination, as they say. Oh, it's a great form of therapy to have your character assassinated daily. Makes you humble. Reminds you of your daily objective. If they're not talking bad about you every day, brother, what the fuck are you doing? Are you even living? I mean, these people live off of chisme. They need the chisme. Like, they need you to be interesting, to be fun. Look at that. Look at that. That's what you need. You need some fucking mouthpieces, bro. Glass. That's glass. For those who can't tell, that is, yes, it's dirty. I understand it's dirty. But cleaning it is a lot easier than fucking rolling those little papers. I've got them. I've got like a dozen of the 50 packs. Of each one's like what, 20 at least? At least 20. I've got at least what, 100 to 200 of those? Too many. I don't use them. I don't need. I mean, I've what? I've got this. What would I use? What could I possibly use those for if I have those? I don't get it. I mean, if I'm going to feed pigeons cardboard, then that's what I'd use. But beyond that, I have no objective with it. None. No desire. Just tasty. I'm telling you, friends, whatever they try to tell you as far as THC content is irrelevant. It is. Especially with flour. It's like honestly, for what it's worth, the idea of a ratio in terms of quality and quantity relative to the price, it's all fucked up. You guys are doing it wrong. You don't spend more on the quality necessarily if you haven't, number one, previously confirmed the quality, and even then you'll realize real quickly the difference isn't very very large. Love it when you actually look at the overall spectrum of flavor options and decisions. You don't need to spend $200 on a half. God, come on. You got to know who to call, where to look. I mean, if you don't live in a legal state, fuck you. But where I live here, San Francisco, I know at least 2-3 people damn near any time of the day I can get eighth. Well, not even an eighth. I don't buy eighths anymore. I just buy half zips or quarters. Smallest I'll buy is a quarter. Smallest. I prefer half. I'm gonna buy a quarter. I'm gonna buy half. There's no point. I'd buy a half for a full zip, as we call them here, which is an ounce. 28 grams. I got a plug right now who'll sell me a zip of some fire for, one is 50, the other one's 100. And the 100 is just, the difference is that it's got more, terpene flavors. And the difference is that the 50 is shit that wasn't flushed properly. So it's basically he doesn't, he's being conscious about it. And I understand it's, okay, it's not the best. But I'm also not going to die. Like, he's not using anything that is going to fucking kill me. I know that. He's not one of those people. He's actually using, he's trying to use sustainable cultivating methods, a system that actually benefits not just the plant, but the consumer in whatever the process they desire to consume, whether it's concentrates or otherwise. I think half the time you've got to realize if you're touching cannabis with your hands, wipe them thoroughly and try not to apply lotion immediately before. That's probably the worst thing you can do. Honestly, people, do not touch your cannabis if you're going to touch lotion. Or have touched it at least. Refrain from the lotion. Refrain. No lotion until, you're jerking it in your bed. Well, even then, I wouldn't use lotion. I would probably use lube. I don't use lube, but I would if I were you. Because most people don't, I'm a caveman. I'm just a caveman living, a traditional / ancient lifestyle, known as a philosopher. In my culture, I call myself a brujo, which you would interpret actively as a witch. Look at my fucking nails, bro. Okay, I get it. They're fucking fucked. But look at that. Look at that. Look at that color. That color is sexy, bro. Was it green beret? It's the name of the fucking color. Green beret. It's right there. You don't need to see it though. It's none of your business. Green beret. I call it Rambo green. It's Rambo green. Rambo green. Rambo. Rambo's a bad motherfucker, bro. And I don't mean this fucking my favorite, I'm sorry. I know it's corny. I know. I get it. My favorite Rambo is Rambo 2. And then the one he remade, what was that? 2008? It was bloody. That was good. It was really good. Really, really good. Like crazy good, really good. Like that one. That's a good one. Good, very good. Like you gotta really celebrate the gore. You have to, because it's all unnecessary for the most part. Very realistic. The kind of stuff that you feel is necessary for movie purposes. You need that kind of shit. If you're gonna spend what, $10, $15, $20 at the show, they better give you what you're paying for. Like what you paying for. I'm paying for well, I don't pay for hardcore porn sex scenes. I watch those for free on my fucking computer, stream to my TV, or my phone, stream to my TV. I mean, I'm not, I don't need to pay to fucking watch titties. Like, fuck a bitch's premium Snapchat. Fuck that bitch. She want me to pay her what? Bitch should be paying me. She's lucky I even fucking say hi to her. That's the problem, you motherfuckers. You don't know your worth. If you think pussy is worth something, that's your problem right there. That's where you fucked up. You fucked up right there. If you think pussy actually has a proper value, no, not to me, bro. Pussy ain't worth it to me. Not the way you think. I'm not saying that I disagree with you that it doesn't have a value. I'm just saying it's not worth what you think. It ain't worth what you think. It's worth something different to me. I mean, I'm looking for women for a reason, but not for the same you might. I'm not just trying to fucking, collect Pokemon for the sake of fucking these Excedrin from generic from Target. Oh, shit hurts. Really hurts. Mm-hmm. Ow. I love it, though. Shit, my fucking side hurts. Feels like I'm an old man. Get body pains. Just for sitting wrong for too long. Ain't that a bitch, though? Tell me that ain't a bitch. You're just sitting there, and then boom. You gotta take 3. These fuckers, I'll show you. You guys, think I'm joking. These fuckers. Whatever that is, I take 3 of those. And by the time they kick in, I've already forgotten. Because that's kind of the point, right? It just sucks having to wait for them to kick in. That's the worst part. You gotta love it, though, given the option. Why would you complain? If this is the worst I'm gonna deal with, I could deal with that. The actual suffering has already passed. This isn't suffering, honestly. What I was through, what I actually went through, that that is not I don't think there's an adequate amount of time that could properly express that misfortunate tale. Ow! Fuck! I told you, I'm just sitting here. I'm literally just sitting here. My side hurts. Why? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Did I do anything? Nope. Oh, there it is. It's tightening up. Because it wants to. Just, my body is, wait. It's your body, not my body is Wonderland. It's your body, or I don't know, somebody's body is Wonderland. Look, whoever's body it is, my body's Wonderland. I'm telling you, it's a Wonderland of pain, pleasure, and every emotion in between, including disappointment, and quite often disgust, both literal and figurative, and physical. It's nice though. Shit is lovely. I wouldn't change it for the world, bro. I wouldn't change it for the world. My life is too good. It's my problem. I live too well. People hate me because they think, well, they think negatively of me. I don't know why. I don't hurt nobody. I talk shit, but who doesn't, you know? Am I hurting anybody? Nope. I don't punch nobody. I refuse to fight. Not because I'm a pussy, but because I don't believe in anything beneath killing someone. So if I'm not going to kill you, then what is the point? To me, honestly, if I can't kill you legally, I refuse to fight. Take it or leave it. You want to die or not? You don't want to die, don't fucking fight me. You ready to die? Get it in writing. Put it on my desk. You know? And we'll discuss it. Beyond that, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, bro. If you ain't like Christopher Wallace and you're not ready to die, you ain't on my level, bro. I need something that'll hold up in court. This is, you know, a well-crafted, long-running, developing joke from birth to death, from cradle to grave. I am pranking the entire world, and this is the whole point. This is why I do what I'm doing, why I'm smoking, talking, and recording this shit actively for the sake of, you know, not just physical documentation, but also for proof that this was actually mentioned. This conversation actually exists technically in the stratosphere known as reality. Whether it's real or not, well, that's debatable, right? What is real is the question. Honestly, what is real? To you, what is real? How would you define that? Because just like the whole, you know, what is normal bullshit, there is no proper answer. You can't tell me with a straight face. Honestly, you can't tell me with a straight face. You can't. You can't convince me. There's no way you can convince me that anything that I did or did not go through was real or otherwise. I'll tell you why. It has nothing to do with you. Has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you specifically. It all has to do with the fact that I refuse to accept any version of the story other than what I believe. I think I've earned that. I think that's my legal right. As, you know, attorney-client privilege, I think I owe it to myself to remain consistent with my previous views, regardless of how obscene, graphic, and downright offensive they may seem to others. I think that's kind of the point I was trying to make from the start, right? Was that reality or existence or society, as you may refer to it, we all need to have that talk. That talk, the one that, you know, you don't want to have, we all need to have it. Be real with yourself. Like, if shit bothers you, be real about it. But if it doesn't, also be real about it. But at least have an explanation, you know, a legal explanation for why you choose to love or hate. You know, understand that. If you choose to hate, you choose to hate. There is nothing that is obligating you. If you're that kind of person that they call a hater, and I don't mean like, you know, oh, you're a hater, like, you know, like some kids will try to say to me, like, I'm not a hater. I don't hate nobody. I don't. No matter what you think of me, I don't hate you. In fact, I don't even consider you. I don't consider you, so I don't even have anything good to say. Like, I don't think about nobody but myself all day. I think about my life, my experiences, my reality, shit that I have, you know. Bro, when I used to be a sperm donor, the fucking attendant who was there was a young Asian male, or older Asian male, very professional, very professional. And he asked me one time because I mean, like, I was one of the few people that actually got to go twice a week to make donations. That's not very common. So you tell me. Point is, he asked me. He says, "How do you get stimulated? You don't use a magazine and you don't watch any movies." He's like, "I never see you ask for any media at all. Like, you never take anything with you." He's like, "Do you read the magazines?" I said, "I don't need the magazines, bro." I said, "I don't. I said, the stuff in my head, the things that I have actually done, that's more than enough for me. My life is experience enough for me to feel aroused. Like I don't need to think about. I mean, yeah, I watch porn for the sake of porn, but not because it's necessary. I mean, porn is like having movies um, that are different. Options, of course, right? You can't live every reality. You wouldn't want to, but to see it displayed on your screen, 55 inches, sometimes in 4K, sometimes HD, but always, worthwhile wank material. Like you can really get into it. Like my sound bar, my sound system on my TV, it's a sound bar, Yamaha. If you know Yamaha sound bars, I got one of these it's really sexy. I mean, like, bro, I'm telling you, it's a sexy piece of machine, bro. It's super sexy. Looks like a really, well, I don't know. You tell me what it looks like. Let's just say that my bass, on its minimum setting, on the lowest setting, it vibrates too much. It does. And it's really great bass, like really good bass. Like this is the kind of bass, I'm serious. I have heard with Bose and all that shit. Bro, this is on some, maybe not on some this is definitely on some I paid a lot less than what it sounds like it's worth. Like considering how good it sounds, the crime is that I have nobody to share this sound with, this screen, this experience. My fucking love seat couch, bro, I've got a green love seat right here. Right here, right here, right here. Look, I'm pointing at it. You guys are funny. I know you can't see me. That's the whole point. It's right next to me though. This fucking green love seat, bro. It's fucking leather. Green leather. You just fucking wipe it down. Apply the proper fucking liquids or combination of berries or juice or look, I don't know. However you want to clean it, you clean it. I'll clean it. You tell me. We'll figure it out. The point is that it isn't going to get stained. Not in the way you think. I mean, you don't fucking bleed on it, maybe we won't have to fucking worry about it, but that's the whole point. We're going to be smart. And even then, even if we didn't, who the fuck cares? So that makes for a better story, later on. It's funny. It's funny. I love it. I'm not going to lie. I can't feel bad. Not really. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing in some aspects to live so well without a proper partner. But I think I've earned it. I think I've earned that peace of mind. And I think whether it's this amount of time or longer, or however much longer it might be, I'm not worried about it. I think at this point I'm kind of what did I say? I submit myself to my own reality. I'm just gonna go with it. Whatever is happening on a minute by minute, day by day basis, that's all I'm worried about. Beyond that, I'm just not gonna care. Refuse to. I don't think there's anyone or anything that actually deserves my peace of mind to the point that it'll drive me to any acts of psychosis or mania. I'm not about that no more. There was a time when one felt up here socially inclined to perceive and to misunderstand and even to believe. But I don't know. I'm not, it's not me no more. I think the questions that I'm contemplating mentally, consciously, have nothing to do with the outside world anymore. And I take pride in that because I've earned my ability to say, fuck the world, I have nothing to offer anyone. No. All I want isn't for me or for them. It's for everyone. It's for the world. I want kids, man. I don't want to just fucking bitch. What for? Like, I'm not trying to play video games or set high scores or even to teach a bitch nothing. Like, I need a woman at least, 27, 28, not 30 or older, but, within the age range, the appropriate age range where she doesn't have any kids. Number one, you can't have kids. I don't want a woman with kids. Sorry, not interested. You say you got what? How many you got? It's like, they're your blessings. Remember that. Your blessings, not mine. You appreciate them. I'm not obligated to. I have no reason to. I absolutely refuse. Just flat out on principle. That's a rule of mine. I think I've earned that. I've done the whole, try to. Hey man, I'm not trying to get Jerry Maguire into no situation. That's just me though. No judgment, of course, no judgment. Just statement of fact. The statement of fact of how I get down is I don't talk to married women. I don't speak to single mothers, active mothers. I speak to women that want to become first-time mothers. Or at least if you've lost a child or something like that. I'm not unfamiliar with the concept. Let's leave it at that. But I'm not going to judge you either. I mean, if you don't, let's just say if you haven't successfully conceived and delivered a child, then I don't have an interest. If you've done that, I don't want to talk to you. If you have not, then yeah, we can talk. If you have never, if you have no active children in your life, or any reason to. I mean, it sounds weird, but I say that for my own reasons, a lot of which make sense. But obviously, it's just, it's too detailed to go into to obviously try to, justify. So it's just, as a rule, the rule is such, discussion of said rule isn't necessary. Unless, you are someone who fits the category. If you are the whole, I don't have kids, why is that good for me? Then you deserve, I guess, the explanation. Beyond that, if you have children, you wouldn't understand. It would make too much sense to you. And that's the worst part, is that people don't consider that what my opinion might be is actually in their best interest. Kind of funny, right? Like, why would this motherfucker give a fuck about me? So because I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not trying to hurt your mama. I'm not trying to hurt your children. I'm not trying to hurt no one. I'm not even trying to hurt myself. Even though people claim that I'm combative or, hey, fuck all y'all. Everybody that hate me, good for you. What you want, a cookie? It's fun though. Like I said, this is my worst problem right now is laughing at everybody, bro. And they get mad at me because I'm laughing. Like, you really think you're funny, huh? I'm like, yeah, bro, I do. I actually do. They'd be like, you really think? Like, I do actually. Matter of fact, funny you should mention that. And when they go like that to me, I tell them, yeah, I know I'm number one. They get big mad when you tell them that one. They get really upset, bro. People get hurt, real hurt, when you fuck with their perception of their understanding of who you are. What they think of you when it isn't validated pisses them off. I love this. I love the zig when they think I'm going to zag, and vice versa. I like to wear offensive clothing in situations that don't call for it. Like passively starting shit, but with good intentions. For your sake, not just for mine. I mean, I've always described them to officials, anyone that would ask, legally at least. I would refer to myself as a performance artist. I like to offend, shockingly, disgustingly, offensively. I like to make people upset and, make them feel like they want to offend me or at least react. People love to react. Let me tell you that. They love to react. So I love to give them a reason. Because they're going to react regardless. I'm trying to explain to you. They're going to react regardless. So if I can subtly provide them with their own mental justification for the abuse they want to bestow upon me, then it gives me, think about this now, if they're willing to throw the first jab and I give them the opening salvo subtly, in a subtle manner, as far as, hey, blah, and they're like, whoa. And the moment they open their mouth, I just wait, let them speak. And the moment it is established legally that, they're being offensive, that's when you know. That's when you can, react accordingly. And when I say react accordingly, you know. You don't, you know. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and take your disrespect. Let me leave it at that. I'm not going to let you just, walk all over me or talk shit like, I'm not going to do something. That's your second mistake. Your first mistake is opening your mouth. Your second mistake is thinking that, number one, that I care, and number three, that I'm not going to do something about it. Well, I don't care. That's kind of the point. I'm just going to laugh, and I'm going to walk away. And the minute you start following me, I'm going to turn around and get right in your face and remind you that there is a line, of respect, that regardless of your opinion or mine, it would behoove you to remember that it exists. You can say and act and whatever you want. Just don't cross the line if I'm in your face. That's not good. You don't wanna cross that line, bro. That's not something I highly recommend. Because if you've already gone that far to establish that you are threatening me and putting me at risk, and it's gotten to the point where I'm pretty sure plenty of someone's, I don't know, people or otherwise, this is not, going without witnesses or consequences regardless, So you need to understand that. That's not, that's not premeditated. That isn't. That's just logic. I'm just telling you how this is going down, bro. I love how people love to hate until it's time to actively, back up. And I do mean back up. That's fucking hilarious. I love it. Can't fault y'all though. Well, I mean, how can you fault? How can you fault a society that is as enabled and entitled as this current, monstrosity of a society? People everywhere feel like complaining is normal. And while I don't disagree, I'm not sure if that's exactly what we should be highlighting in terms of our social experience as a collective. I mean, why the fuck are we focusing on the negative? Like, who the fuck are the people that love the company that misery keeps? Like, who are you motherfuckers? I mean, I understand feeling depressed or any of those things. I'm not saying those things aren't real or that they're not valid. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm trying to say is, why are we enabling or facilitating making those sorts of emotions normal for everyone when we should all be trying to help each other to get through, not judging, just assist each other. If you see someone is in that aspect, they'll just be like, what else? And they'll just be like, hey, can we talk about it? Like, what are we able to do right now? Like, help each other out, like assist each other. Don't judge each other, good, bad, or otherwise. You guys actually have to put in the effort. Life isn't just, endless shit posts on social media. That's not how it's going to go down, bro. I mean, yeah, maybe the revolution may now act or actually be considering the prevalence of, cameras and social media. It's inevitable now that revolution will be televised, which is kind of weird, but it will be streamed. Isn't that funny? It's funny. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about when I say the revolution will not be televised. It's an old Gil Scott Heron poem that he set to music. It's beautiful. It's poetry. Old school, traditional, before hip hop. And there was a social justice movement that actually contributed, um, I guess, for the better more than anything. I mean, no social movement is not without its own level of controversy. I mean, you can't make an omelet without scrambling a few eggs, right? Like, there is no good that comes without proper or improper, intended or unintended consequences. I mean, things happen, all right? What are we supposed to do? Nitpick the reality of one or two or a handful of people over the fact that things may be marginally improved to a degree, but to what we are never going to fucking all agree. What are we talking about? I mean, if you're not the affected party, why would you be expected to understand? You know, if you're not the intended person to be offended or to benefit, then you have no dog in the race, so you wouldn't care. Legally, or at least psychologically. And anyone that tries to claim one or the other but can't prove why, they're just a fanatic, bro. You're just a fanatic. People claim to care about shit they know nothing about and are very ill informed, not well, ill informed about. That's the best part. They refuse to discuss opposing views, yet feel informed on a number of subjects. You know, they don't consider the alternative to their opinion, let alone the options on the palette. It's funny. I love it. I think, well, you know, it's not really how it works. I feel, yeah, well, I don't care. Feel what? It's not really a word I enjoy. I feel. You lost me there. I feel. Nope. Feel what? Sorry, I'm not interested. Unless you want me to feel your boobs, don't use the word. I think is a little more, you know, I'll deal with that. I can, you know, I don't think it's necessary that the whole, you know, eye concept necessarily be emphasized, but I do understand its necessity in terms of conversation. Not everything can be a generalization, of course, nor can everything be specific. There is a steady rhythm, a steady balance, and a steady flow. We've got to be both local and universal, hence the streaming. My point is this. You got to remember, you're not the only one going through whatever your version of reality is. For better or for worse, you are both special to yourself, but ununique to the rest of us. So take pride in that. If you're actually willing, able, and capable of loving yourself, then do so. If you're not, learn how to. Beyond that, grow the fuck up. Nobody has time for your fucking tears if you're not actually trying to deal with the fucking elephant in the room. Whatever color, size, or even gender that motherfucker may be. Or even fatherfucker, you know? Oedipus or Electra. You name the fucking elephant. Pick one. The point is you have issues. Deal with them. I have my own issues. I'm dealing with my own issues, have been for years. And that's kind of the point, you know? It's not like I'm speaking without experience or qualifications necessarily. Trust me. For as much as people may convince themselves or at least believe that I am some sort of idiot or moron or pathetic excuse of human being or whatever they try to call me, you can believe that all you want. But I speak with doctors regularly, highly qualified, and they all respect me. So I don't have a reason to give a fuck about your opinion, considering the lack of importance or even necessity of me even having to consider your fucking opinion. Considering how meaningless your fucking opinion is. If it's negative, I have even less. I was not gonna consider your opinion regardless. But the fact that you try to hate on me, I think the Japanese like to do that as a sort of fuck you. No, it was the Arabs, one of those countries. That's the most considered a fuck you. Was it Egypt? Can't remember now. I'm getting my Persians, my Arabs, and my Muslims. I'm confused. You would understand why if you know what I was referring to. The what? Mesopotamians? It's kind of a strange existence when you think about it. This reality we call life. No, I'm serious. You got to consider it. We could all essentially say we are, joined in what we could consider a relative collective experience. And it's active. Like even this is what, live? Imagine that. This is not new. If you've seen the movie Ed TV or are even familiar with it, you would know two things immediately. Matthew McConaughey is the aforementioned Ed. And number two, it was filmed here in San Francisco. So you tell me, who's crazy? I'm telling you, some people would kill, probably actively, even today. Probably even do. Some people would kill for some of the lines. Lines. Some of the quotes I've been given. They're $1 million quotes. I mean, I'm not an active literary contributor in what would be considered the mainstream, but I do have my own people that, have been following me. You guys are not the first. I've been keeping an active social. I do have my own people that, have been following me. You guys are not the first. I've been keeping an active social. I like to think about. I like to think about many of the memories I've had, not just in the active experiences themselves, but in the time afterwards when I was writing them out, whether it was on the first, second, third, whatever websites I had through college, and even in high school and all that. Because social media was not what it is now 15 years ago or even 20. Let alone 25 and 94 when I first got on. It was not what it is now at all. There was communication. There was always a way to communicate online. There was always a way. Always. You guys act like chat rooms and shit like that are new. They are not. Not even in the 90s, like 99, 2000. That was old then. I was kind of, I remember we used to play Muds, Mushes, and Moos on the Yahoo servers. Once you had to use arrows and the enter key to navigate at the local library. Yes. Unless, and I do mean unless, you had the code. Always a code. And it was a series of keystrokes, as they were, that you would enter in a specific order. And you had to wait. You actually had to wait, believe it or not. You had to sit there. And the whole time you knew you were basically searching a directory. And it was exciting. I remember the whole experience of looking and seeing what was listed in what order. The algorithm, as it were. I knew that then. I didn't know the word, but I knew what was happening. I knew what the idea was. Considering that I was barely 11 years old when I first got online, it's pretty crazy, bro. It's pretty fucking crazy. on this platform known as Muds, where was a game called Troll Mud. Quite popular at the time, let me say. But I managed to meet a bunch of people. We'd always talk about one thing or another. And it's crazy. It's pretty fucking crazy. It's crazy because it was usually, I mean, if it was, the users from what I remember were usually not very old. I mean, yeah, they had all different ranges of ages, but there was a lot of young kids that were just lucky enough to have access to this platform because their parents were, um, I guess, patient enough with them to give them, or oblivious, one or the other. But these kids had the time. Like I had the time. My mom kept to myself till she got there. She loved it. The less I said, the better. Because my problem was I loved to talk. Bro, I don't need anybody to talk to. The stories I tell her about, the miscellaneous adventures that I, go through. Now, mind you, if you can't imagine, what I'm describing is nothing to do with images. There was no screen with pictures or images or anything resembling anything. These were all words. Words. The muds, as they were. It's just words. Just words. North, south, east, west, north, south, east, west, up, down, you know, left, right, shit like that. Stupid shit. But they had a system where you could learn it. You could learn how to properly maneuver. Press arrow, enter, and then you get the menu of move. Now to communicate. I remember having adventures and shit where blew my mind, bro. Blew my fucking mind. Loved it. Loved every fucking second. So it's funny now that when I see these, what are they called now? Gaming leagues or e-games. Bruh. I'm not here to support it. I'm just saying it's pretty fucking cool. I like it. I'm all in favor of anything that provides people specifically of that generation and of that age group a positive outlet where they can express themselves creatively. But I mean, let's be real. We need to even the playing field. If this is the new normal, then we need to make the access universal. I mean, there's just no way. If everyone could play even the most basic of sports like that, why can't why can't we set some sort of system in place where I mean, it's inevitable, right? Isn't that what they want? They want to have a camera and a screen and all this shit everywhere. They want you to surveil yourself actively on their behalf. I mean, what, you don't understand how this works? I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm saying. And, I don't need to know who my audience is because I have no active consequence to fear. Like, there is nothing that could happen to me right now where I end up losing. If I lose my life, great. So what? It ends. Thank you. Thank you. But beyond that, it's just, it's a blessing. So why not enjoy it? If I can actually spit, proverbially, or whatever you want to call it, why wouldn't you? Well, I'll be grimy, slimy, all that shit for the sake of, a good story. But don't expect me to actually care about you or even give a fuck in any sense of the word at all, regardless. I mean, really, I don't care, dude. I'm not gonna. You're all online. I don't know none of you. Can't care if I wanted to. I like to see the people, in my life that actually. Oh, my mom, she's a great person. I love her. I don't like her though. She knows that. I'll let her know any day of the week. The chain of command. The chain of command between she and I is not mother gets served or blessed or idolized. I don't know. Nope. I don't know her anything. I owe her no. I can thank her. Yeah. I thank her properly. We work out great arrangements where, she benefits equally the way that I do. My mom's hilarious. And especially when her opinion is not even, I don't even ask for it. I don't want it. She tries to argue with me about things that don't matter. Opinion is not even, I don't even ask for it. I don't want it. She tries to argue with me. Cracks me up. I tell her politely, like, Mom, stop. She don't listen though, so I have to fucking. You gotta cuss a bitch out. It's like, if wait is Wayne. She don't listen though, so I have to fucking. You gotta cuss a bitch out. It's like, if wait is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch? I tell her, like, look, you don't like it when I cuss you out. You don't like it. Yet you still insist on, overstepping the boundaries that I'm asking you respectfully, politely, and yet sternly to respect. And you won't. You give me shit, I'm gonna give it back to you. You want to? I'm gonna tell you the same. You don't want shit to me, bitch. I'm gonna tell you. You don't want you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it, so just let it go, bruh. If there's one person who should know, honestly, if there's one person that should know their mother's dirt the best, next to their mama, is the baby. And I don't mean the one that she's got now. I'm talking the one that's grown up like me, the baby, the last one she had, that baby. And if she only had one, then what? You're the baby. You would know that. But if you don't know if you're the baby or not, then you don't know the story. I know this woman's dirt. Bro, I think God is asking me for fucking Cliff Notes. Even that motherfucker. I don't think he knows her as well as I do. He doesn't. There is no God in this universe that knows my mother the way that I do. That's why I refuse to believe in God, honestly. She wants to believe that her God is. Remind her. Plane of existence starts with me. With respect to her, she can't do shit in this world. Sorry. She can't do shit in this world. To affect me? No. Nope. She's not going to ruin my parade. She ain't going to cog block me. Bitch has been trying to do that my whole fucking life. That's kind of the problem. She doesn't understand. What I'm doing is done. I already did what I wanted to do. And what I'm finna do is gonna happen regardless of what she has to say, pro or con. Like, in fact, whatever you have to say, keep it to yourself. Not just her, but you too. I don't really care. If you're not trying to help me to get to where I'm going, to do what I'm trying to do, we got nothing to talk about. I'm not here to argue, negotiate, or otherwise. I'm here to fuck bitches, get them pregnant, and raise some babies. All in a collective effort, unified. Me, the mothers, and the children. We can work it out. Oh, bitch gets her own fucking mansion. Whatever she's got. She gets her own shit. Let her choose. I need the Maud Lebowskis to my Jeffrey, the dude Lebowski. I am the dude. I am retired. I am a writer, amongst many other things. Not only that, but a social activist that, my record speaks for itself. I'm sorry, I don't need to sit here and justify shit to anyone that wants to argue with me about social activism, not justice, activism. Like, go out in the street and, get arrested, or at least, piss off the cops enough that they gotta fucking make it look like they're gonna do something, yeah? I mean, you gotta play the part. When they need protesters, paid or otherwise, you gotta sign up, bro. That's a known fact, That's kind of how history works. History works with staged performances, whether intended or otherwise. It's not staged. Nobody just, randomly starts a riot, right? On some level, that shit's organized. On some level. Whether you want to believe it or not is up to you. I'm not here to argue with you. My point is simple. You need to understand that this perception of reality that you choose to exist in and to subscribe to, it is all fallible. All of it. It is all fallible. You can all hack it. You can all fuck with it. You can all, magic and, Yen can cook too. He can. I've seen him. He can. That's an aptly named show. He really can cook. Like, the guy that did the show, we thought it was the best fucking title. Like, it's very clever. It's very clever. I don't mean to judge or to sound like I'm making fun of him, because I'm not. I genuinely mean it. That was a great fucking name. Because he was actually, for me at least, he was someone that I enjoyed watching and listening to during that period of my life. I have to understand, not everybody had access to all this shit. I was actually one of those people. Very unique access to the most elite communities within the social crust of this city. Not just the Bay, but the city. The people that I know, that I can, even where I'm at right now, the fucking location I'm at, cracks me up. I love it. It's good to know, though. It's good to know that I can actually, regardless of the crisis or the time of day for that matter, I can make it to where I need to be in terms of safe spaces or panic rooms or good, bad, or otherwise. I'll be there. Just, sit in the car or the directions or the instructions. Bro, I'm all for it. Whatever we got coming, let's make it happen. I gotta go move this fucking car. It's 422. 419 at least, and I don't really care. I love it though, because it's 420, and it's supposed to be some sort of big issue, but that's me. I'll play along, for the sake of posterity, as they say, which is a fancy way of saying for the kids. Literally, look it up, for the kids. My favorite thing to do is to take one or preferably multiple facts that are similar or at least correlate for the sake of posterity, or at least well enough my desire to express, and that is obviously confused. Like when, like, wait a minute, you're not wrong, but technically, I love that shit, bro. I love it. I love getting corrected. I love people correcting me and reminding me of how fallible and, yes, how stupid we all can be, including myself. Like, I'm no better than nobody, bro. And neither are you, for that matter. Remember that. If I'm no better, neither are you. So, pot kettle, right? That's kind of my point. We don't need to argue about our differences. Let's openly discuss and find reasons to celebrate our similarities, whether we choose to accept them or not, good, bad, and otherwise. I'm pretty sure we can all find something to relate to each other. This one's for the kids, the ones that are already alive, that will soon be legal to smoke cannabis in the state of California, if their parents so decide. Whatever they said recently. Shit, from what I understand, these so-called the people that slain the sperm, which bodes well for me, actually, for multiple reasons. So I'll communicate with them and send them my deets or details, whatever you prefer. I don't really care. It's not my opinion to tell you what to think about me. These are wonderful. Look at that. Again, I prefer it be dirty instead of me fucking having the rolls. These are wonderful. Look at that. Again, I prefer it be dirty instead of me fucking having the roll some fucking piece of cardboard. Like, fuck you, bro. Look at this. There it is. Burn that shit. Burn that. Don't inhale that. You could if you wanted to. Fucking love it, bro. It's fucking sexy. I look like I got boobs. Pretty fucking sexy. Not the first time. Wouldn't be the first time I looked like I had boobs. Honestly, it wouldn't. Natural, artificial. Hey, who am I to judge? I'm just here to fucking stay high. 4:23 according to this local peace time. It's time. It's fun. Those are fucking beautiful. You have no idea how beautiful those are, people. They look like 3D pieces, honestly. If I have to mention it 1,000 times, I will mention it 1,000 times. I will never not mention that piece of fucking artwork behind me. It's just beautiful. That's my shit. I own that. It's not a rental. That's not, Oscar de la Renta or, even Aaron's. That's not some shit you can find at your fucking local head shop, neither. Those are genuine custom pieces of art that someone crafted. I'm inclined, actually, to find out who this fucker was. Try to work a deal out with him. Something that'll benefit us both reasonably. I'm inclined, actually, to, offer them lion's share. Just on principle. Why not? I'm not trying to get rich off of them. I actually want, just want my cut that seems fair. I don't want more than what I feel we can agree upon. If we can agree upon a number, then let's let that be. I'm not gonna fucking argue with you. People like to argue about shit like if it's really, what is it? I don't give people options very often. They don't get the options I get. That's kind of the point. Your participation is optional. In my reality, your participation is optional. It sure is. Shit, even my mother knows that. She gets mad. She gets mad when I remind her. You gotta let them know, bro. You gotta let them know. These bitches love to talk shit. These bitches will fucking try to fucking dog you. They will fucking try to run your life, whether it's your wife or your mother. You give any woman. Look, if it ain't your daughter, honestly, if you're not trying to take care of your young woman in your life, your daughter, other than that, how you want to feel about her, that's great. But honestly, make sure your daughter understands, why you feel that way, or give her an explanation for your behavior with her mother, whether it's good, bad, or otherwise. Explain it to her. Don't make either one feel better or worse. I'm not trying to bring you between one or the other. I'm just trying to remind you the proper chain of command. Bro, look, if you're married, there it is again. I'm not saying if you're married, you could have marriage. Most people ain't married anyway with kids, so let's not bullshit each other. Necessary. Fuck that shit. It's not. And it goes contrary to what a woman's right would be. Women who know about marriage would not choose to get married. Any man, rather, should not get married. If you're not Kevin Federline and Kutcher, for that matter, whoever these people are that marry the rich women, if you're not marrying a bitch richer than you, you are losing money on getting married. Whoever these people are that marry the rich women, if you're not marrying a bitch richer than you, you are losing money on that offer. She says, "I want to marry me." What the fuck for, bitch? And give you half my shit? Yeah, I'm cool. Even 50-50 is too much for me. There's a 50-50 chance, legitimately, that we're good on my own. In fact, I'm doing better, honestly. My time alone since my last real, and I do mean real relationship, because that brief 5-year period of insanity that I suffered recently, ending last year, that was not a real relationship. Like, I think that's a bloodborne parasite, as they refer to them in the industry. That's what it was. It was a brain parasite. That's what it was. It was a brain parasite combined with a bloodborne parasite that affected my kidneys and liver. Had me believing I was in love. Well, I knew I wasn't. I knew that, but body sometimes dominates, even if it's briefly in a conversation with the brain. I mean, the body is known for its ability to deceive. The eyes, the mouth, the ears, shit, even these ain't real. See, it's the point. Deception. These motherfuckers don't believe, and they don't see it. They think it's me with boobs, but they don't see the whole fucking picture, which is the whole fucking joke. Why I laugh. Whole fucking joke. Why I laugh. It's a typical penguin response to a situation I had no clue I wanted to discuss. Boobs? I don't want to discuss boobs tonight. They were not on my fucking agenda. In what universe was I considering? This was not premeditated, but at the same time it was, wasn't it? So who's to say? People never take me at my word without a grain of salt because they know better than to expect or anticipate anything better or less. I mean, whether I will or won't, or if I did or didn't mean or meant, doesn't matter. It's happening. It's going on. We are dealing with it. This is our reality. I have boobs, and preferably you're focusing on this, not on that, because this is to distract you from that. This is a great shirt. Oh, you might laugh. I'm laughing too. I am not in any way offended. I am laughing with you. You want to laugh? Please, go ahead. I know it looks like I have boobs. But the thing is, you don't see it. See, look, you don't see it. Look at the hole. Look at the hole. This bitch is rolling some shit. A sick-ass shirt, bro. You guys are missing out. Because you're focused on the fucking boobs. I love it. Bro, I will never fucking not laugh at this shirt. Especially from this angle. This perspective gives me the most. See, look. That is beautiful. She's got about, what, a quarter? Yeah, it's about a quarter, about 7 grams. Roughly 7. Between 7 and 10, about 8.5, 9 grams right there. Between 9 and 10 grams, I'd have to estimate. As a minimum. That's just the conservative minimum. It's probably more, maybe 11 or 12, depending on its relative density and if it's moist or dry, and how dry. If it's stems or just buds, or if there's, what it is exactly, we'll never know. I'm not here to fucking discuss that. I'm here to smoke weed, stay high, and keep y'all entertained. Now you might be thinking, why the fuck would this guy paint his nails? And the answer to that is this, because I like it. I think it's a fucking mind fuck. It's a way to fuck mentally with those inferior men or even women. Anyone that wants to look at you negatively for expressing yourself like this, regardless of your sexuality. This has nothing to do with, gender, whatever, or sexuality. It has nothing to do with that. In fact, I prefer that we not focus on that. This has everything to do with freedom of expression, artistically, fundamentally, and as a human. Like, I don't owe you an explanation, bro. If you have to ask me why? Because I felt like it, bro. Fuck. I owe you an explanation. What? Why an explanation for it? If I want to fucking do something, I'm going to do it, bro. I don't need your fucking... I don't owe you an explanation. I did it. So what, bro? What's it to you? What you want to do? Want to judge me? Judge me. But just know this. I got titties on my shirt, bro. That's what I think. You want to judge me? Bro, I got titties on my shirt with weed. Focus on that. Like, why is you so negative? 2, I do not care to argue or disagree. Like, you can do that. But just hit this in the meantime. Like, just hit this. Just hit this. That's all I'm saying. You want to come at me? Trust me, I've done it plenty of times. I've done it. I have helped plenty of people cross that transcendental mental plane on the information superhighway. Bro, we can argue. You can, but we won't get very far. Because this is the destination to your journey that we're going to go on, This is the rendezvous point, Hamburger Hill, if you will. We're all going to fucking float down here. Because we're going to elevate. Proper zero-G gravity, If you don't understand what going to the land means, you've never been high before. Properly, at least. Properly. That's the traditional saying. You know, it's a household. What is it? It's a household phrase. It used to be going to the land. Used to be, bro. That was kind of like the ultimate going to the land. I realize now the error in my ways. I must now depart to go move my whip because it's gonna be fucking street cleaning soon, and I don't want to get a ticket. But even if I did, I don't think it would matter. But that's besides the point. I think I'm gonna cut it thin, which means I'm gonna fucking finish this shit and log out. Fuck y'all. Yeah, thank you too.